I was gonna do a full face of makeup, but there's just too much going on today. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys love mediocrity. From the movies and TV shows you watch to the people who you spend thousands of dollars on and crash websites to go see on tour. You guys love the mediocre, especially when it comes to female rap. So let's get into it. Hi guys, and welcome back to the Lovely Day Show. Yes, thank you. Okay, settle down guys, it's okay. So before I get into this week's episode, I just really want to say, if it seems like I'm just not feeling it today, I'm not. Today's not been great, let's just say that. I don't really want to go into it because I don't want to bum anyone out, but it's just, if my energy's a little bit lower in this video, that's why, okay? So what does it really take to be a great female rapper? Now, I just want to say, this does not just go for the women. However, it is very clear to me, you guys are just okay with men doing half of the work, but getting 3 times as much fame with 1/10 of the talent that women rappers have. Oh, I just want to clarify that. Okay, so that's how the video's starting already. Cool, I'll pick that. I'm gonna go pick that up. All right. You ever wake up, start the day, and already want to go back to sleep? Yeah, that's how I've been feeling for the past 12 hours. As I was saying, this is not just for women, but I will be mainly focusing on women because me personally, a lot of the male rappers out right now just irritate me and are not talented. But with that being said, this is also not me hating on any of the women I mentioned in this video. I don't like certain ones, but that does not mean I will not give 10s where 10s are due. Also, please don't send hate to anyone I talk about in this video. That's weird and kind of childish. Personally, I feel like to be seen as one of the greats when it comes to rapping, you should have to be able to flow on different beats and different genres perfectly. Like, for example, Nicki can literally rap on any genre or any beat and eat it the fuck down.
Fuck it, give me that damn bucket. I win and these bitches just lose. They ship sink, but my ship it just cruise. Step up in the party like my name was that bitch. What's good, Korea? Ha 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 ha. It is Barbie and it's Kim Petras. Main character syndrome, they extras. To my ass shots, I'm so cheeky. Got him tryna palm my ass like young Kiki. You can't let the F-boy F up my nice vibe. You're Ariana, come let me get you a high five.
Same as some artists such as Beyonce, but she's not a rapper, but that is just another example of someone who can literally take any genre and work with it. I feel like that is truly the sign of a great artist. Being able to switch your flow and doing it seamlessly. You know what I mean? I feel like y'all know what I mean. I feel like y'all can hear it just as much as me. And if you can also hear that loud ass car in the background just as much as me, I apologize. I feel like Nicki is the queen of this. I mean, she's the queen of rap for a reason. Argue with your mama. Or, you know, you can argue with me in the comments to boost my video. Some other people who are really great at this are people such as Megan. Doja's really great at it. Doja's also another person who can pretty much go into most genres and eat down. But yeah, those are just 3 women who do it effortlessly every time, and you like stop paying attention for a second and the flow is different. The ability to use wordplay when you are rapping. Some people try, and I do mean try, and I use that very loosely because it doesn't sound like they're trying. But certain people, like Nicki, I'm sorry, argue with your mother. You won't even realize the fucking, just the mass, like.
Telling you, I have the mind of a I have the mind of a mastermind. What's that? I don't know, but I'm so creative like that.
Like, you won't understand her double entendres, her wordplay. You won't understand how she writes. You won't understand what she's saying until you actually listen to it a few times. You will have to play it back a good 3-4 times, and then you still might not even catch it all. That's what I love about Nicki. Like, right, you might be like, oh yeah, that's cute, like, we get it. But y'all don't. That's the thing. Y'all don't get Nicki. Y'all just don't get Nicki, and it shows. Some of y'all hating ass bitches, and yes, I'm looking at you, Dominique. The double entendre, right? It's a double entendre. You just don't get it. It's okay. I can tell y'all don't get it. Like, that's so simple, and it's so easy to do, and a lot of y'all just can't do it, and I don't understand. I don't understand. Wordplay. Words have multiple meaning. It's actually okay to try to write your rap sometimes and actually put effort into what you're putting out into the world. To me, is one of her most iconic examples of this is in her song Did It On 'Em. At the very end, this is one of the last things she says in the song. She says,
if you could turn back time, share. You used to be here, now you're gone, near.
So for one, she's referencing an iconic artist, which, mwah, love you, Cher. The second part, she's saying, you used to be here, now you're gone, nair. Which I'm assuming y'all know what nair is.
This is how hairy my butt is right now.
Pronouncing here as if it was hair. So it's a double entendre, but it's also just two completely different sentences. You just don't get into the way Nicki's brain works. If I explain it, it kind of sounds dumb, but if you actually got it like y'all should, because Nicki is a fucking genius, y'all just don't understand it, and that is okay. That is okay. Not everyone has to get it, because the people who really get it, they get it, and the girls who don't, listen to Cardi. Stage presence. A lot of you girls, especially the newer girls, which I'm gonna give y'all time, but some of y'all been here a while, too long, and been touring and been performing for too long not to have it. I'll get to this in a minute. But some of y'all just don't know how to actually perform to a crowd. Y'all can sing it to a mic all y'all want. Y'all might be able to do a little, like, y'all might be able to do that, but also make it entertaining. Don't look bored. Don't look dead in the face. Don't look like you don't want to be there. Don't rap like you're nervous. Don't have your backup dancers doing all the dancing, and if you're not a dancer, even that, just don't be boring. Also, this is just something else that I want to throw in here. I'm not gonna talk about this a lot, but y'all are wearing street clothes on stage and having your backup dancers in street clothes, and like, I get it could be cute, like, but y'all be having your backup dancers looking like they just went on Shein and got express shipping. And then you in here looking like you just went to the closest City Gear and picked up an outfit real quick. Like, that's not cute. I'm sorry. Y'all are rich and famous. Y'all are supposed to be superstars. Y'all are supposed to be serving. But y'all don't know how to do that, apparently. Being able to use samples correctly. For some reason, a lot of y'all love to use samples, and that is okay if you do it correctly. Now, y'all about to be real mad at me, but she's the queen for a reason, and you bitches are her sons for a reason. Two of Nicki's top-selling songs were samples, those being Anaconda, which sampled Baby Got Back, and Super Freaky Girl, which sampled Super Freak. Y'all just don't know how to use samples, and that is okay. Some of y'all do. Like, for instance, another one that I have written down, Vegas by Doja Cat. That is a sample of Big Mama Thornton's Hound Dog, which was then stolen by Elvis and put off as his song, Hound Dog, even though it's not his song. That you flow with the beat. You have to acknowledge the sample, but don't make it just the sample. Coi Leray has a song called Make My Day, which samples Pump Up the Jam. Coi Leray literally starts off the song by just flat out saying a good 5 lines that are just from the sample, on top of the beat from the sample. And it's like, it just doesn't give original. It doesn't give, I'm supposed to be a superstar. It doesn't give, I'm meant to be here on this stage and on this level with this platform making music. Y'all might be mad at me. Y'all are gonna be mad at me, and that's okay. Argue with me in the comments. My last one, which will also be talked about a few times in the video, only making TikTok music is weird. We've seen time and time again, people know parts of the song from TikTok, but then they go to this person's concert and they sing that part and then they don't know anything else. If you want longevity as an artist, you would not only be making TikTok music, because with the way TikTok works, like, yes, people will still be thinking of this song later, but it will not be viral within a month, within 2 months, within 3 months, within 4 months. People won't even remember it. They'll be like, hey, you guys remember this song? Next year, they'll be like, oh yeah, I forgot about that song. Moving on to a topic that might give me a little hate, but like I said, hate me in the comments. Artists who are just overhyped. And y'all better be real mad at me, but let's get into it. Now, Coi Leray recently put out a self-titled album called Koi, which had 16 songs and 6 of them were samples. Those being Fuck It, which sampled Daft Punk's 2005 song Technologic, Players, which sampled Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five's The Message, which came out in 1982, Bitch Girl, that sampled Hall & Oates' Rich Girl, that came out in 1976, Man's World, which sampled James Brown's It's a Man's World, which came out in 1966. Make My Day, which sampled Technotronic's 1989 hit Pump Up the Jam, and My Body, which sampled 1963's It's My Party by the it girl, the queen, the beautiful, the legendary, the international sensation, Leslie Gore. Like, I feel like y'all just really need to get into it because Leslie Gore is an icon and her music is amazing and still holds up to this day. Koi has been called out for using all of these samples, which she actually responded to by saying, Bops doesn't have a sample, keep streaming, Bops out now. No More Parties didn't have a sample, Twin no sample, Big Purr, no sample, but when I do have a sample, I body that motherfucker.
Actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen.
This is all up to personal taste, but a lot of y'all wouldn't even know taste if someone cooked you a 5-star, 7-course meal and hand-fed it to you. But that being said, to me, her really only good samples are Players and Man's World. Because, and to be honest, the worst one, which is just so disrespectful to me because I love Leslie, is My Body, because what the fuck is this? I feel like if you're an artist and you're relying on samples, you're relying on people knowing the original song and liking your song because it has the sample, not them actually liking your music because it's good music. And a lot of our samples aren't great because they're trying to be TikTok songs, which is just one of the very many examples I have of this. And it's just weird. And another thing that I said I will be mentioning a few times in this video, Coi Leray doesn't have great stage presence. It's not horrible like some people, but it's not great. Like it very much shows she's not really meant to be up there yet. She just needs some like tuning up before she's actually ready to be considered a great rapper. Now, like I said, I like to give 10s where 10s are due, and you can say whatever you want about Coi Leray, but you cannot call her lazy because she has put out an album or an EP every year since 2018. I don't know how much those are selling, but she's still putting them out, and that still takes a lot of work to put out an album, and I don't want people to just think that she's lazy or that she doesn't know what she's doing because she's putting out albums. The girl works hard. I feel like personally to me, I feel like work ethic is one of the most important things if you want to survive in any industry, especially when it comes to music. For that, I will have to give her props because she works her ass off.
Let's go.
Now, Saweetie, oh, is it still moving? You can sit still. Thank you. Now, Saweetie is another artist who I feel like heavily relies on samples to sell her music. Now, this could be wrong. I don't really know how valid this source was, but I looked up her top 5 songs and 4 out of the 5 had samples on them. Number 2 being My Type, which samples Freak Leak. Number 3 being Tap In, which samples Blow the Whistle. Number 4 being Icy Girl, which samples My Neck, My Back, also known as Lick It. And number 5 being Hey Mickey, which samples Mickey, which is by Baby Tate featuring Saweetie, which was already popular and selling before Saweetie hopped on Baby Tate's song. In another case where I feel like Saweetie really did nothing to help the sales is Best Friend, because I'm not gonna say that Saweetie would not have sold if Doja Cat wasn't on the song, but it would not have sold as well if Doja Cat was not on the song. That might seem disrespectful, that might come off as reading or hate, but it's the truth. I just want to say, I feel like Saweetie is another person who has very little stage presence. I mean, I feel like she her and along with Coi Leray sometimes, heavily relies on pretty privilege, which runs rampant through the industry, as well as light skin privilege, which we will touch on with our next artist, that being Ice Spice. Ice Spice is a fairly newer artist who had a quick rise in fame thanks to TikTok with songs like Munch, In Her Mood, and her feature on Pink Panther's song Boy's a Liar. Along with that, she also had a quick rise in fame because I guess the queen of rap has finally found her princess, that being Princess Diana. If you get that joke, you get that joke. If you don't, go look up Ice Spice. Nicki has taken her under her wing as her protege, even signing her to Nicki's brand new record label, Heavy on It. Now, I'm not saying Ice Spice's music is bad because I genuinely enjoy almost everything she puts out and I love her energy. She is just an artist where I feel like she is overrated because she got famous too quickly. And I do think she will get there one day, especially with being Nicki's protege. I just feel like she got famous way too quickly and was not ready for that. Maybe not the attention so much, but what it takes. Because she has little, and when I say little, I mean barely. I mean like almost no stage presence. Like, look at her most recent performance.
There's so many ways to get paid. I tried to be, he begged me to stay. But I'm not staying, I just wanna play.
And this is a perfect example to me of how she just needs time. You can learn, you can be taught how to like represent yourself on stage. You can be taught how to perform to tens of thousands of people, but you can't be taught charisma, and that is something Ice Spice has. I'm just waiting for her to actually show that on stage because I know she can. The other thing I will say about Ice Spice, I don't know if this makes her overrated or this just is something wrong with the industry. She fucking has light skin privilege, and I'm not gonna pretend like she doesn't. She does, because something Megan got a lot when she first started popping off is all her music sounds the same. I don't get it. All her music sounds exactly alike. So Megan switched up her music, right? Because her being not dark but like a brown skinned girl, y'all are tougher on her than Ice Spice because everyone was saying Megan music sounds the same. I don't hear enough people saying that Ice Spice's music sounds the same, because it does. Literally any of her verses from any song could fit on any other song because the beats are always exactly the same. And I get it, it's drill. A lot of it is drill music, but also I don't get it because y'all hold Megan to a different standard than Ice Spice, and y'all excuse Ice Spice, but y'all don't excuse Megan, and that's just a little weird. Look, colorist, if you want me to be honest, it's not even weird, it's colorist.
Put it on the floor. Oh my God! Let me out the bed, don't act bread. No! Oh my God! Oh!
Now, just even by me grouping these two people together, I'm sure a lot of y'all are gonna be like, I don't like Cardi and Lotto because Nicki don't like Cardi and Lotto. And yes, that might be true, but that doesn't mean I don't know when people have talent. And I'm not saying Cardi and Lotto are talentless. I'm saying that y'all love mediocrity. I'm not gonna lie, Lotto was the reason for this video. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all.
Keep it a stack.
This is the thing with the City Girls too. Y'all like their songs just cause it's, oh my God, this is gonna be the song of the summer. There's no shade toward Lotto or Cardi, but I feel like y'all overhype songs. I feel like y'all did this for the City Girls too, because I'm gonna be honest, JT can rap. Young Miami cannot. And I'm not gonna pretend like she can. She cannot. Even with a writer. And that being the case for Cardi and Lotto a lot, I just don't get how people will pay for writers. And that's no shade to people who pay for writers because you're still the one rapping. But you pay for writers and you're paying for mediocrity. Then you're putting that out there as your brand and you're marketing that and you're aligning that with yourself. If that's the case, maybe you shouldn't be rappers because a lot of y'all shit is kind of meh. Which we'll get into when I talk about artists who I think are overhated, because I genuinely feel like one of the artists I'm talking about raps just as well as people like Lotto or Cardi or Saweetie or Coi Leray, but doesn't get love because of a certain thing we're going to talk about in a minute. But specifically Lotto, her music's not great. It's not bad, but it's not great. But like I said, I will give 10s where 10s are due. Specifically to Cardi. When it comes to a music video, when it comes to a budget, she gonna deliver every time. I mean, look at her first hit, Bodak Yellow. Did you see that video? She was in a desert. She got a tiger for one of her first music videos. Like, she will give every time. But also, I do feel like a lot of Cardi's success only came because she started popping off right when the Nicki hate train happened, and we're not gonna pretend like she didn't, because everyone was hating on Nicki. Everyone wanted to find the new queen of rap, which will forever be Nicki until she dies. I don't care. Just feel like y'all genuinely wanted her to be the new Nicki, which I just don't think she has the potential to be. That being said, let's try to liven this video up a little bit with some positivity, which is women who I think are underrated. I just genuinely feel like with what these girls are doing, there is no reason they shouldn't be looked at. Like Coi Leray, like Saweetie, like Ice Spice, like Cardi B, like Lotto, like the City Girls. I didn't mention the City Girls, but you know. I feel like they're on that level.
You better off trying a motherfucking 7-day trial to do crack before you try me.
And Baby Tate is a great example of this because Baby Girl can write, Baby Girl can rap, Baby Girl is great, but she also makes TikTok music, but it's actually good TikTok music. Like songs like Petty. Petty is one of the best songs I've heard come out of TikTok that was made for TikTok. Like, it's actually a good song. It's like stupid, it's camp, it's funny. I don't even like Baby Tate either. That's the thing. Like, I'm not a huge Baby Tate fan, but I genuinely don't understand. I've never really understood why she's not up there with the likes of Lotto, and I wouldn't even take Cardi because, like, I get Cardi's been here for a long time now, but I don't get why she's not on the level of like Cardi or Saweetie or Ice Spice, you know? Next up, Rico Nasty.
If I see you in the streets, bitch, your ass is done.
Rico Nasty is a great rapper, but I feel like a lot of people don't like her because she is alternative. Like, her style is alt. And y'all just don't like that. Y'all love people to fit this one specific norm, either being the Taylor Swifts and the Ariana Grandes of the world, which is so pretty and subconscious, or like the Lana Del Rey's, where if you're weird, you have to be pretty about it, or it has to be polished, or it has to be this, or they have to be an IG baddie, such as Nicki, Cardi, the City Girls, Megan. They have to fit into that, which is why I feel like a lot of y'all are hating on Doja right now, which we will get into in our next segment. She does have features with Megan and Doja. So I really don't understand why y'all sleep on her so much, but I'm gonna need y'all to wake up.
Wake the fuck up, bitch.
Wake up. Get your ass up! Next up, Bia.
Yo, I put on my jewelry just to suck my nigga off. Fingers on his balls like I'm about to tell him cough.
Bia has great songs, and I listened to a few of her songs because I heard A Whole Lot of Money, which blew up on TikTok, which was not my favorite song, but I listened to a few of her other songs, and I'm like, oh, she can actually rap when she wants to. This is good shit. But the thing I feel like holds her back, her voice. It's a little too raspy, and it sounds like she's not really opening her mouth. It sounds like she's half asleep. But there's probably not a lot she can do about that, but I feel like y'all still need to focus on the fact that she is a good rapper. And like I said, wake up. Speaking of waking the fuck up, our next artist, Dochi. I feel like y'all disrespect her. This is disrespectful how much y'all don't know about her.
Bottoms, listen up. You see how all the hairs in your body stood up? Spooky.
Y'all know Dochi's music, and we're not gonna pretend like you don't.
Hi, my name's Dochi with 2 eyes. I feel anxious when I'm high. Keep it on. Y'all calling me crazy when a bitch been falling all day like Brady. What it is, ho? What's up?
Like, literally for Dochi, I just wrote down everything. Everything I said is amazing. She has amazing stage presence. Did you see her performance at the BET Awards?
So persuasive, that marijuana. She's so pretentious. How does it feel to be? Ha! 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 He got go crazy. Nobody go crazy. Ha! Ha! See a whole lot of big move. That's what I'm on it. Going crazy. Look at your savings. Can't take me. I'm going crazy.
She has bars. Her flow is perfect. She has different genres. She can do R&B. She can do fucking like, she can do just fucking like she can do a slower beat. She can do like a SZA type beat. She can do a fucking alternative, really loud, aggressive beat. She can do whatever and still be a bad bitch about it. And I just don't get how y'all sleep on her to the point that y'all do. Like I said, wake up.
Get the up! Y'all not gonna get a sleep because of me!
Flo Milli.
Flo Milli shit. Ho. Flo Milli shit.
Now, Flo Milli is amazing, and I do think she is slowly on the rise. However, it's too slow. I'm gonna need everyone to pick her up and let's start running.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Because Flo Milli is on the level with Cardi B. I don't care. She is the beauty standard. She's just a dark-skinned girl. Now, maybe this is another example of light-skin privilege because Flo Milli is on the darker side, but she has everything. She's gorgeous. She's skinny. She's young. She's like hood, but bougie. I genuinely don't know how she's not on the same level as Cardi. I don't know. Maybe it's just Cardi's more marketable. I don't know. But I do think it is, like I said, again, how Cardi was on the rise when everyone wanted Nicki to have her downfall. And it didn't happen, by the way. The queen's still here. The queen's still on her motherfucking throne. Moving to our next and final artist, Cupcakke. Y'all may know Cupcakke for the funny remixes, the moans, the sexual music. Y'all. But do y'all actually know her for her songs like Elephant, or her freestyles, where she shows she is actually a rapper? She can actually rap. She has bars and they fucking come out of her head in an instant. And like, it is just so amazing to witness. And they're actually good. Like, that's the thing, they're actually good. I dare to say Cupcakke is the most underrated female rapper out there. And I felt this way for a minute now. And I feel like I don't get how y'all don't understand this yet. Cupcakke is actually a great rapper. Just ignore that because of her sexual songs. And I do think that is the only thing holding her back from greatness. Now that we're done with the underrated, let's move on to the overhated, starting off with Doja Cat. Now y'all might be like, what the fuck is he talking about? Doja Cat is one of the top artists out right now. Yes, but y'all still hate her because y'all hate creativity. Y'all hate anything that doesn't fit into a box you want to put it in. And if it doesn't, and if it's too weird, and if it's just a little too much, not weird enough to where you can deal with it, it's demonic. You did it to Billie Eilish, you did it to Milli Martinez, and you did it to Lil Nas X. They embrace it, and by making fun of y'all at the same time, and y'all just don't get that. Billie embraced it by doing her songs, All the Good Girls Go to Hell, and Bury a Friend, where she's literally possessed, and y'all were like, oh my god, she's the fucking devil. Then Lil Nas, y'all were saying he sold his soul, so he did a video where he literally rode a stripper pole down to hell and gave the devil a lap dance. Y'all were like, oh my god, he's the fucking devil. She phased out of her pop era, and y'all turned on her like that. Like that, because now she sold her soul and she's worshiping the devil just because she shaved her head. Okay. And then anything she does, let her put on a wig. It's, oh my god, the real Doja's back. Oh my god, the original Doja's back. Y'all weren't listening before? She's always been a weird girl. She just embraced the poppier like side of things, and the songs that would trend on TikTok, and the songs that would sell, the pop-ish songs. She phased out of her pop era, and all of a sudden she's the devil. Okay. Like Billie and like Lil Nas, she's doing it for attention because y'all hate on her, but y'all comment on every single one of her posts. Y'all hate on her, y'all are buying her songs just to talk shit about them. Okay, because that makes sense. That makes sense. Like I said, she's doing it for attention. That being said, go stream Attention, because that song is really good. On to our next artist, which a lot of y'all about to be real mad at me. Iggy Azalea.
SpongeBob! What's wrong, boy?
It's Iggy Azalea!
Now, how do I say this? Iggy Azalea is only hated because she's white. I said it. Yes, you guys might be like, oh, yeah, but white people have everything else, so why do they need rap? I didn't say they did, but I am saying Iggy Azalea's songs may not be the best songs ever, may not be like the most like inventive, fucking creative, fucking, oh my god, this deserves a Grammy. Yes, she makes stripper music, but so does Cardi B, so does Lotto, so do the City Girls, so does Saweetie. Now, I'm not saying this in a bad way. I will by no means say that white people need to steal anything else from people of color, but I am saying music is... But what I am saying is y'all are perfectly fine with K-pop literally stealing almost everything that makes it good from hip-hop and hip-hop culture and black culture by that. But when a white woman tries to be a rapper, it's, oh, she wants to be Nicki. First of all, her and Nicki's flows are not the same. Her and Nicki don't act the same. Her and Nicki's songs don't even sound similar. But she's trying to be Nicki. Okay. But God forbid someone says Cardi wants to be Nicki. Because then it's, no, she don't. You're just a fucking barb. You're just one of those delusional barbs. Blah, blah, blah. Cardi, blah, blah. Shut up. Shut up. How about that? How about shut up? How about go get a job? How about go fill out a job at McDonald's? How about that? How about go work at the local Walmart, Kroger, Walgreens, Target? Maybe go get a job, you know, because it's never that serious. Now, something I feel like y'all would hate to hear, and y'all might not even believe me, but y'all can Google it. Google is free, and Google can be your best friend. Iggy Azalea, after Nicki, is the second highest selling female rapper of all time. Y'all might not believe me. Y'all might be like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's true. But also, just to show y'all that Iggy's music is very similar to some of the other girls, I'm gonna play a game with y'all. I'm gonna read off a few lyrics, and I want y'all to guess if it's Iggy or if it's someone else, okay?
Round 1, fight.
Woke up like a badass bitch, perfect face with perfect tits. Call my work, tell him send my check, I'm not clocking in. Now, is that Iggy? Is that Saweetie? Or is that the City Girls? Did you guess Saweetie? Because if you did, you're fucking wrong. It's Iggy. Okay, next up. Nobody listened, they buying them streams. They even posted on blogs overseas. A lie in a language I can't even read. What the fuck do this mean? Now, is that Iggy? Is that Cardi? Or is that Coi Leray? Now, did you guess Cardi? Because if you did, you're right. Play him like a scratch off if he get lucky. Jackpot baby if I ever let you touch me. Sip me like wine, pop me like bubbly. Bitch this fine, make it hard not to love me. Now, was that Iggy? Was that Cardi? Or was that Lotto? Did you guess Iggy? Because if you did, you're wrong again. That was Lotto. Last one. I'm pretty, I'm petty, I pop like confetti. This shit can get deadly, so don't make me jelly. I've been on my worst, I let bridges burn. You hoes never learn, you scared go to church. Now, was that Iggy? Was that Cardi? Or was that Saweetie? Did you guess Iggy? Because if you did, you got it right. Okay. I don't know if that actually is gonna work, if that's gonna do what I thought it was gonna do, because if y'all just guessed it right, boo-hoo. I don't actually care, but also tell me in the comments. Maybe I would care. I genuinely want to know, but also don't lie about it. I will know. I don't know how, but I will. And I will come hunt you down if you were lying. But this being said, talking about the people who are overhyped, underrated, and overhated, there are also two people in the industry who I feel like are perfectly rated for their talent and their discography and their careers where they are now, those being Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion. I genuinely feel like both of them are perfect examples of rappers who are just respected for their level, even though they do have haters for whatever reason. But I also want to put on this list Doja Cat. Even though I did put her in overhated, she also is, I feel like people know she's a rapper. People know Doja's that girl, and she's the it girl, and she always has been and forever will be. So I know this video was a little different from my first video, and I'm not sure which route I'm gonna go. Depending on videos, it might be all over the place, knowing me and knowing how my brain works. But I just genuinely want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for everyone who left very just sweet, heartwarming messages on my last video, and to everyone who subscribed and liked the video. It means the world to me that literally in 2 weeks I had 1,000 views. And usually on things like TikTok, I'm like, oh yeah, that's nothing. But on YouTube, that's a completely different situation, and I really just appreciate it so much. You guys don't understand. But also, I do also want to apologize because this video is about 2 weeks late, I think. I've just been going through a lot recently, and I've been really busy with school and then trying to find a job. It's just a lot. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You guys can find me on Instagram at love_Lee_day. You can find me on TikTok at love_Lee_day. Or you can find me on Twitter at @TheLovelyDay. Or I guess now it's called X, but I'm not calling it X. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video and have a lovely day. Bye, guys. Mwah.